Class, I can't believe we are down to our last week together. I hope you've enjoyed the course so far, and I just want to remind you to hang in there and finish the week strong. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. This week, we'll spend most of our time talking about formal labor relations. In other words, what call union activity. Let's lay some foundation first before we get into some of the more specific topics. Most of the labor relations laws come from events in our past history of the country. The main law that regulates most union organizations is called the National Labor Relations Act. We call it the NLRA. There is a group of individuals that's appointed by the president that's called the National Labor Relations Board, or the NLRB. As I am sure you can all imagine, that the executive regulations that are associated with that act ebb and flow depending upon the political party of the administration in charge. Therefore, you've really got to stay on top of it and understand to understand the correct lay of the land at any given time, because it goes back and forth. However, the first specific topic that I want to discuss with you is a concept that most of you have probably heard called a right to work. Most people, when I mention this, believe that it has something to do with employment at will. That's not the case. It's actually derived around this topic of labor relations. And what it actually means is that an employer cannot have what is called a closed shop. What that means is that's a place of employment where you can't be employed unless you have a union. You join the union. In essence, if you're in a state that is a right to work state, it means that the employee has a right to work regardless of union membership. So, big concept, important concept of this that most people get confused with employment at will, and it's not. It's around this issue of right to work, and you're seeing more and more states designate themselves as right to work states. So you can join a union, but you do not have to join the union. So I hope that makes sense. Stay tuned, and we'll get a few more topics under the umbrella of labor relations throughout the week. So take care.